support on ground. This entail working closely with students and agents to make application process a smooth one. And I'm delighted to be here to speak about everything on Bangor University. I'm supposed to have my colleague Kawin coming, but he's running late, but he'll be joining us before the end of the program, before the end of the webinar. So before I go into and okay, talking about HND and third class degree, class degree and all that. I want to also share my screen with you so that we could talk about maybe everything about Bangor, how you can apply scholarships and all that, because I know there are a lot of people that would want to know maybe. Sorry, please, can you all see my screen?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I chose Bangor University because it's not only rich with history, but I wanted to be a part of an institution which is modern, cutting edge, and is focused on making a difference in society.
The university got the most traditional look, but then again, this kind of gives you both perspectives, so you can feel like you're living in the modern world, but you have that connection with the history as well. The university helps you to implement the skills that you have learned, to be able to use them when you're working in a very modern setting. Not only you're being taught about academics, but also they're teaching you how to be a better human. So they're actually kind of help you in every single domain.
I think Bangor University gave me a really good hands-on experience and also prepared me for actually going to the real world, because they got the employability service here. So if you've got any questions about CV or anything, you can just go and ask. If you want to do placement or if you want to find jobs, they got really good connections. They provide us good opportunity for like internships and give you advice to build up your CV.
I feel like I'm a part of Bangor University. They have student support. People are very friendly here. They have a lot of clubs and societies. Art, drama, sports, like everything is really amazing.
The location, that's why I chose Bangor. The mountains and the sea, it's so naturally beautiful here. A lot of hiking in Snowdonia is one of the most beautiful national parks in the world. You don't have to take a bus to your lectures, everything's in walking distance. The fact that Bangor University, the lifestyle is so affordable than any other place. I do so many more new things and I feel like it's definitely improved the quality of my life. I think there are a lot of things to take away from Bangor. We do a lot of sustainable projects here. The Students' Union, they run a project, so every week we go litter pick around nature reserves or bike paths, walking paths. It feels very rewarding and I will definitely be taking that to wherever I go next.
If you're looking for somewhere to study, friendly and supportive, I think here will be the best because they really care. This is the best decision that I decided to come to study in Bangor University, and I'm so proud to study here.
So that's basically from students. The video, the voice you could hear are people, students from what's it called, from Bangor University, people that have studied in Bangor and are still in Bangor University. So Bangor is situated in the beautiful heart of North Wales. We can see to London, 3 hours to 30 minutes, to Manchester. From Bangor to Manchester is about 2.5 hours. From Bangor to Liverpool is about 2 hours. From Bangor to Birmingham is like 3 to 3.5 hours. Established now, Bangor University was established in 1984. Bangor University has a long tradition of excellence and exceeding expectations, both for academic standard and student experience. We can see the ranking, overall excellent rating, UK University, number top 45 UK University, number 3 in the UK for student accommodation, top 5 in the UK for lecturers and teaching quality. Who wouldn't want to go to where he will be able to get all these things? Number 1, Wallis University of the Year, top 10 UK University of the Year, 182nd in the world for international outlook. And then for careers and employability, everybody wants to go to school and then at the end of the day, get a job. Nobody wants to just go to school and then stash his or her certificates in his or her cupboard. But everybody wants to use his or her certificate for when you for careers and employability in Bangor University, you're very sure that after that, the opportunity for you to work, it creates opportunity. So for subject areas, we have accounting, banking and finance, biology, science. These are all the subjects that are being all the courses that are being offered in Bangor University, both undergraduate and postgraduate. For entry requirement for Nigerian students, for international year zero, you need a WAEC or a senior school certificate like NECO. For Nigerian students, you really do not need IELTS. Once you have at least minimum of C6 in either NECO or WAEC, you're good to go. For undergraduates, we need your WAEC certificate and international foundation programs, A levels, national diploma, A levels, or that. So mature student will be considered on a case-by-case basis. Entry into year 2 will be considered for students with a HND or at least 1 year of study at university overseas or in the UK. If you do not meet our requirements, then we consider you for entry into the international year zero. Bangor University also recognizes the following foundation programs run by our partners in Nigeria. We have the Bridge House, the Global International College, the Edgewood College, the Green Springs School. These are all the schools that have foundation and Bangor University recognizes their foundation classes, their foundation programs. So you could offer these foundation programs in these schools in Nigeria and have your certificate, and you can apply for your undergraduate in Bangor University. Postgraduate entry requirements, bachelor's degree. So for you to go to a postgraduate, you have to have a bachelor's degree, second class lower division minimum or equivalent. So if you do not meet these requirements, there's also a space for you. So you necessarily must not even have your second class upper, your second class lower or second class or first class, anything. But even if you do not meet these requirements, for entry onto your master's in degree in business school. So we can also have, there's something we call pre-masters. So we could go through the pre-masters route. But then again, but for people that have HND, okay, that brings us back. For people that have HND and third class degree alone, we consider for the pre-masters route. But however, if they have a minimum of 2 years, preferably 3 years or more of meaningful, relevant, and professional experiences, they can be considered for direct thought masters degree. And this comes under the mature student regulations that is based on work experience. Now, let me give an example of that. Okay, if I studied maybe education, let's say primary education, for example, and I graduated a third class. So because I studied primary education, it's supposed that I'm supposed to work in a school, right? Maybe work in like under the line of education. If I decide to go and have maybe 2 or 3 years working experience as either a teacher or like an administrator, that's part of being me following my profession, right? So if I have those professional experiences, because it's meaningful, because it's relevant to what I have studied, I now have the opportunity to be able to apply for direct thought masters degree in Bangor University. Entry requirement for Ghana students for international year zero, successful completion of the WAEC of West Africa Senior School Certificate WAEC with an average of grade 1 to 6, that's A to C. For undergraduate degree, good grade in WAEC plus a year foundation program. Mature students will also be considered on a case-by-case basis. For postgraduate/master's entry into Bangor University as a Ghanaian students with a second-class lower division in a bachelor's degree. Mature student will be considered on a case-by-case basis too. If you do not meet the requirement for entry onto a master's degree in Bangor Business School, then we can consider you for entry onto the International Incorporated Masters. The pre-masters part of our International Incorporated Master is taught on campus at Bangor University. For postgraduate research/PhD, good grades in bachelor's degree and a master's degree, previous research experience is essential. So this is the picture. It's not AI, it's not fiction, but this is how the campus facilities are. This is the main lecture theater. This is the sports complex. This is the gym. This is the front of the campus. This is the library. This is a picture from the front of the campus too, the university. This is the main library. And then this is the MRI machine. And also we have a research ship. This is it. So people that are studying that have practicals. So for main intake, in 2025 main intake, these are a list of courses we need, and then our deadlines are up to. Deadline for application is the 11th of April. Deposit is the 16th of April. Class issuance is the 25th of April, and then class starts on the 6th of May. Latest arrival is 30th of May. So also bear in mind that we have a £500 discount. We have a £500 discount, just like in general intake, but this time around, the deadline, no deadline for that. For every student that pays their tuition fee, that pays deposit before the deadline, has the privilege of enjoying the £500 discount. So these are the list for the tuition fee for undergraduates. We have is between £18,000 to £21,000. For postgraduates, it's between £19,000 to £26,000. For PhD/doctorate, it's between £18,500 and £24,000. International scholarship. What's on offer? Value. Who is benefiting and how do you benefit? So for the Vice Chancellor Scholarship, the value of the scholarship is £10,000. Who benefits it? First class students. How? They apply. There's an application form that comes up. The student with the first class applies for the Vice Chancellor Scholarship. Study in Wales, value 10,000. Who benefits it? Students studying in Wales. How? Application form. They also apply for this. Also, there's an application form to be filled and all that. For the Dean Scholarship, up to 6,000 for undergraduate, 5,000 for postgraduate. Who benefits this? Students with first class. How do they benefit? Is automatically considered. International scholarship, 3,000 to 4,000, both undergraduate and postgraduate. All international student benefits this and is automatically considered. You don't need to apply. You're being considered. So earlier, while we were playing that video, I said something about career and employability and your future. If you study at Bangor University, there's opportunity for work placement, internship, music career day, general career day, Bangor Employability Award, Bangor University Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Leadership and Team, Work Experience and Placement. These are all the things you get to benefit because you're studying in Bangor University. For accommodation, we also have a very beautiful accommodation, beautiful accommodation. So we're ranked number 3 in the UK for student accommodation. and you're guaranteed as an international student, there's nothing like, oh, there's no space and all that. No, you're guaranteed accommodation for new international students. There's Wi-Fi, there's gym membership and campus life member include in the price. So if you're paying for your accommodation, you automatically know that you're enjoying a free Wi-Fi, there's gym membership for those that enjoy going to the gym, you know, and all that. All halls are within walking distance of the campus. From the video we heard there's no need for transport for you to say you're spending so much on transport, maybe from here to there. No, all halls are within the walking distance of the campus, you know. So this is like a picture of the accommodation that we have in Bangor University. This is like a picture of the university of. So we also, there's nobody, no one is an island, and everybody needs support, especially if you're living the comfort of the comfort of your home and your comfort zone to go study somewhere else that is strange and new to you. So in Bangor University, we have student support services, you know, where you could go and meet people. Are you having problems with uh, study. We have study support, people that can help you for support. There's personal tutors. Are you having problem financially? There are people you could go and meet. Are you having problem like general welfare? There are people you can go and meet. Are you struggling with your visa and immigration? Maybe during the holidays you want to travel, you want to do this. You could not just take risks like that by doing that. So there are people you could meet that will talk to you on that. Healthcare too. For healthcare, there are people you have for traveling to employment regulations, welcome with an airport pickup. So we have at Bangor University, you have the privilege of having student support services. So these are the clubs and society. We have about 150 different ones that you can join. You just find out the one that suits you better or the one that you can relate with. The different clubs, about 150 different clubs in Bangor University. So these are professional accreditation too that Bangor offers. So when we were speaking about employability and where people that if you study in Bangor, where you could work and people, yeah, these are places that you could work, Microsoft, HP, Google and all that. Thank you. So I think I'll stop sharing my screen at this point. Hello.
Thank you, Becky, for the wonderful presentation. I really love it. And I hope our listeners were also listening all through, and I hope they have their questions all set out. Actually, I love everything about the presentation, ranging from the beauty of your facility. I could see the cruise ship. I would say cruise ship actually.
Yes.
So that's actually nice. I love the beauty of it and the scholarship offers. You know, there's this kind of saying where we say the class of your degree does not matter. Actually, it does matter. It does matter because all these enticing offers, scholarships for first class graduates, it's really enticing. So definitely, whatever the case may be, just get a good grade and you have a lot of opportunities right in front of you. But it actually doesn't matter. Whatever you get, we'll still find a way for you. So
Yes.
thank you so much for the presentation. So we'll be expecting some questions. I have some questions from my side, but we'll be expecting questions from the participants and see if they have some questions they need us to answer. So if there's any question, please, you can just open your mic and then let us hear it.
All right. So, thank you so much for the presentation. I'm wondering, what's the tuition deposit and for the tuition balance, what's the installment plan like? Like as per student, like how many installment do I have to pay the tuition deposit? The tuition balance, sorry. And what
Okay.
on tuition deposit?
Okay. So for the tuition deposit is £4,000. £4,000. That's tuition deposit. And when you get to the school, you have to pay 50% of your tuition fee upon enrollment. And after that, you have a discussion with the finance team, and then you could have maybe installment like three. The last time I don't know if it's about three. Yeah, three. Hello, did I answer your question?
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
So someone said, how about someone, hmm, how about someone
MS.
that has third class and have over 21 years of work experience? Am I eligible to direct masters or pre-masters? Direct masters, of course. So I said for you to have, if you have a third class or HND, if you have a minimum of 2 years, preferably 3 years or more. So meaningful, relevant. It depends on your work experience. Is your work experience related to what you studied? If it does, yes, you can apply for your direct masters.
All right, Mr. Edem, I hope
Someone
that
also said,
answers your question. We have some questions coming in through the chat. So there's a
yes.
question here that says, please, do you have master's research program? And can I get research course with HND or third class qualification? If you can answer that, please.
So do you have MS research programs? Yes, we do. And you said, can I get MS course with HND or third class qualification? No. I think you'll be considered for direct thought masters for direct thoughts, not research, direct thoughts, not MS.
All right, there's another question. I hope, Mr. Mausa, I hope that answers your question. So the next question says, hello, how about someone with 2-2 and wants to do a course in media or development master's course?
Yes,
I'm not
it's
sure.
with 2 years, that's second class level. So when you check the entry requirement says the minimum of second class lower, you can apply for any course for masters. Yes, you can.
Okay, so automatically with second class lower, you are eligible to apply for any course.
Yes, you are.
All
Yes, you
right,
are.
all right, all right. So we have another question coming up. It said, is your research master's student, okay, can your research master's students come with dependents?
It's not a school thing, it's a UK thing. I don't know. So
Exactly,
yes, it's not a school thing, it's not a Bangor issue. It's
exactly.
like UK. UK has said, oh, if you're going to study Emirates, you're going to study masters, you cannot. But if you're going to do a PhD, you can. But then there are some I'll have to find out. I have to find out to be specific on that. I'll have to find out. I don't know. My colleague is supposed to join. I don't know why he's not here. But no, you can't.
All right.
Yes. Is your research master student can come? No.
All right, so someone is asking, how do we start applying? So definitely I'm going to drop a link there so you can just reach out
Yes.
to us and we'll handle all your applications. You're all covered here. Right from your
Yes, you are.
application to your study destination, everything. You don't have to worry.
Smooth sailing.
We got you
Just
covered. Yeah.
yes, just follow the link that will be sent to you by them, and then you make sure that you just contact them at every. You just go about your daily business and every other thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just let them do
All
the
the
work
stress
for
will be
you.
carried by us. You don't have to stress.
Yes, their shoulders are strong to hold the
Exactly.
stress.
All right, so we have another question here. It says, I have a distinction in my HND with a great GPA. Wow. Do I get to apply for the first class scholarship opportunity? I don't know if you get
Mm,
that, Becky.
Yes, I said I have a distinction in my HND with great GPA. Do I get to apply for the second class scholarship, for the first class scholarship opportunity? No. So for the HND and third class, you I said you need to have like a work experience for you to be able to apply.
Yeah.
So do you have a work experience, George? I think that's his name, George.
Yeah, he said he
Okay, so
has.
if you have a work experience, if you have a work experience that is relevant to what you studied and it's meaningful to what you studied, why not you can apply? 3 to 5 years
5 years
experience.
experience.
Wow,
Yeah.
perfect. So you're good to go.
All right. So the next question is, do you have September intake?
Yes, the school January and September used to be our major intake. May intake was just recently introduced, but January and September used to be our main intake. I have over 4 years work experience and application process, please. So after this, after the webinar, after it ends,
Yeah.
or during a link will be sent and then you could click on it and every other thing application will be sorted out for you. You don't need to stress yourself. Just go about your work business and then let them handle everything application for you.
So please, is there any other question? So maybe we'll wait for like 2 to 3 minutes to see if you can get.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another question there. Your minimum deposit you said is how much again?
4,000. 4,000 pounds.
So do you have any question coming up? Okay. Um, saying I wish to know what is the category or rating of HND in the grand scheme of educational standard. Becky, I
Sorry,
don't know if you
guys.
can answer that. I wish to know what is the category of rating of HND in the
The
grand scheme of
grand scheme of
educational
it.
standard. So I don't know if you understand the question what right here. I don't know.
No, so I don't know.
Maybe Mr. George, I don't know if you can elaborate on the question, please.
Yes, you can. You can unmute your mic and speak.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. I
Can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. My question is, I'm just trying to understand what is the rating for HND. I shared before, I have a very great GPA. I graduated with 377 over 4.0 GPA. And so I tried to hope that I get a lot of benefit from the amount of academic investment that I did into getting a great certificate. So I heard you one time you were comparing the HND to, is it the third class for a BSc? And I felt like I really wanted to understand what would be the ranking, if that's a better choice of word. What would you rank HND? Would you say it's a weaker educational certification, or I don't know if that makes any sense.
Hello, hi. So I wouldn't rank, I didn't, no, I didn't compare that with a third class. That's not what I said. I said the entry requirement for somebody with HND and the entry requirement for somebody with a HND, it's almost the same. So I would say, For HND, how do I explain this? Okay. So even in Nigeria, right? Even in Nigeria, I want to make sure I pick my words correct. Even in Nigeria, we have OND first, 2 years, then HND 2 years, right? It's not the same as someone that goes to study for the degree for 5 years. Do you understand?
But a lot of degrees currently are 4 years.
Hello, you said what?
I say a lot of degree currently in Nigeria is 4 years.
Yes. But do you know that there are some universities in Nigeria that with an HND, you will need to have done a PGD before you
Mm,
can study something, right?
yeah.
So Bango is saying you really do not need that if you have a work experience in your
Mm,
field.
mm.
If you have HND in architecture and then you have practiced for like 2 to 3 years, come and then you can now master on that. Your work experience could
Yeah,
stand for you.
relating to my work experience, sincere apology that I cut you short. I
It's fine,
noticed
it's okay.
uh, I noticed in the video there was a small display of a research ship. My original background is in maritime. I'm in the marine industry. I work as a seafarer, a sailor, and
Okay.
trying to see how I could progress my career. And I'm in the academic background really. I do research and I work as a security analyst. So I try finding on the university websites maritime courses or marine courses for a master's, but I couldn't find. I was not sure if I did my research properly, but I couldn't find any courses because I do have work experience and experience working on ships. Yeah.
So what did you study in your HND?
So what I studied is maritime transport and business management.
So for your 2 to 3 years of work experience, is it in that line of study?
Um, my work experience has remained in the maritime industry, although the maritime space is very vast. There's marine insurance, maritime security. What I did majorly is maritime security, but it's still within the scope of the maritime industry. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to apply for in Bangor University?
Currently I'm still having a hard time trying to pick out a course. Most likely I'll settle for an MBA, but originally my preference will always be around security related courses or maritime related courses. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a link on this app. You could click on the link and then you could just start your application process and I will.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes. I will
Thank you.
also speak to the team on that and find out what they also think. So just apply. Your credentials will speak for you. And then when your credential comes to the admission teams, and then I will find out, oh, okay, if you say this person can't do this, what else do you think he or she can do with this work experience and with this result?
All right. Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
Yes,
All
sometimes all this thing, it's not like a blanket, like, oh, this covers for this. Sometimes they're being considered case by case basis. Do you understand? Yeah,
Yeah, I
this
don't know if
person
it's
can see.
relevant to hard, but I also have couple of publications as well. I, to my name.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. George. I hope all your questions have been answered. So, judging with the silence, I believe everyone understood everything presented and you were impacted by one or two things actually. Thank you so much, Miss Becky. I really appreciate the presentation right from the beginning till the end. It's really impactful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So, should we still wait a little bit for any other question, or please, if
Yeah,
there's any
let's keep.
question, this is the time to ask. All right, for the person asking for where to start the application, I just dropped the link. You can start your application there, and you can follow us on Instagram. You can chat with us directly. We are going to respond to your messages. So, someone is asking, how is it working and studying?
Yeah, working and studying. Yeah, you can work and study at the same time at Bangor University. But then UK also states that you can work for a certain amount of hours in a week.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, that's what the UK says.
All
UK
right.
immigration said,
All
oh,
right.
you can work and you can school. You could decide to just school. You could decide to just study, but you can study and work at the same time. Yeah, but you have a particular number of hours you're supposed to work and you're not supposed to exceed that.
Hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. I think I said I had a question earlier. I actually forgot. So, I think you discussed something like employability, and you mentioned some certain companies. So,
Yes.
do they get an automatic job offers after graduating from Bangor University, or how does it work?
No, it's not really like an automatic application. It's
Okay.
like saying, how do I make okay, there's some schools or there's some schools that or there's some companies that are affiliated, like would not, yeah, affiliation is not the right word, but let me
Hmm.
just use something very close to affiliation.
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
understand.
if you work this, there's a good relationship with this company,
Yeah,
Bango
yeah,
has with
yeah,
this
yeah.
company.
Like you
That's what
get
I
an
mean.
upper hand. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. I understand. I
it's a
understand.
good relationship.
Right.
Someone said, since you said I can go for my direct master's with my over 21 years of work experience, does that mean I can apply for master's in research with my third class? Mr. Eden or Mrs. I don't know. But I'm very sure you can apply for your master's in
Okay, it's
Mrs.
actually Mrs. Sorry.
Yes, Mrs. Sorry about that. I'm very sure you can apply for your master's taught masters, but I'll also confirm. So still click on the link here said and make yourself. So every other question you need, you can also talk to him and write that particular on that link, and then I would also be willing to answer any question. I would have to find out with the team and know if the master's in research. Let me find out.
All right, thank you so much, Becky. Really appreciate. So, in the absence of question, I think we can call this a day. I believe we have all been impacted, and all our questions as regards to Bangor University and gaining admission direct entry with HND or third class has been answered. Thank you so much. So before we end the session, I would like you all to follow our social media pages. You can follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and we are always available to answer all your questions. Just drop your inquiry and we'll always be there. And if you want to reach out to me directly, I will drop my phone number and I'm always available to attend to you. So, Ms. Becky, thank you so much. We really appreciate. Once again, my
You're
name is
welcome.
Abdul Salam, and I'm saying goodbye. Thank you so much, all. Thank you for joining.
No, thank you.
All right, Ms. Becky, I think they're asking of your number or your mail address.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much and have a nice day. And don't remember, we'll be holding this kind of session once every week or twice in a week. Once in 2 weeks, actually. So just stay updated with our social media pages, and we'll bring in sessions like this for you to impact you on how to make your decisions, get your questions answered. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Have a nice day, sir.
All right,
Yeah,
thank
have a
you.
nice day. Yeah.